charming. Pet guru. Can you put baking soda in cat litter? A 2024 guide. Is it okay to add baking soda to your cat's litter? I was puzzled the first time someone suggested sprinkling baking soda on my cat's litter box. Surprisingly, it's a great way to keep things smelling fresh. However, before you grab that box of baking soda from your kitchen, it's important to know that using too much can be harmful to your cat or even make them avoid the litter box. If you're curious about trying baking soda to tackle odors, start with a small amount and keep an eye on how your kitty reacts. In this guide, I'll delve into the safe ways to use baking soda in your cat's litter, and I'll explain how it works to eliminate those unpleasant smells or whether can you put baking soda in cat litter. Let's make sure your cat stays happy and your home stays smelling fresh. What is baking soda? Ever heard of baking soda? Some folks like to call it sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, but it's basically this fantastic powdery thing that can pull off some seriously cool tricks. It's not just hanging out in the kitchen for baking, it's got a whole superhero vibe. You know that familiar white powder in your kitchen? Yep, that's the one. The next time you're cruising through the grocery store, grab yourself a box of this baking soda magic. When we use it in cooking, it's like the secret sauce that makes our cakes and pancakes all fluffy. Now, here's the really interesting part. Baking soda isn't just for us humans, it's got some slick moves for our furry friends and their litter boxes too. Let's dive into how this kitchen superhero can add a sprinkle of happiness to both our homes and our cats. Is it okay to add baking soda to my cat's litter? Baking soda is my go-to hero, not just in the kitchen but also as a versatile cleaner with its magical odor-neutralizing powers. Whenever I'm in DIY mode, I love mixing it with vinegar or lemon juice for some effective cleaning hacks. Now, let's talk about our four-legged pals, especially my beloved cat. Baking soda has become my secret weapon as a pet owner trying to wave goodbye to those less-than-pleasant smells wafting from the litter box. Here's the scoop. I sprinkle a bit of baking soda into the cat litter, and like a deodorizing wizard, it doesn't just cover up the odors, it tackles them head-on, making the whole area way more comfortable for both me and my cat. It's like a natural and budget-friendly solution that I absolutely swear by. So, if you're on a mission like me to create a fresher-smelling haven for your cat, giving baking soda a shot in the litter box might just be the game-changer you and your feline buddy need. Why do folks put baking soda in cat litter? You know, using baking soda in cat litter is like having a secret weapon against those not-so-great smells. It's not just for fridges and laundry machines, it's my go-to trick for tackling that not-so-pleasant cat pee odor, especially with my furry friend around. Here's the lowdown: even though fresh cat pee isn't too bad, it can turn into a bit of a problem if I don't deal with it quickly. Cat pee contains things like uric acid and urea, and when it hangs out, bacteria get busy, turning urea into ammonia. Ammonia is that invisible gas that gives cat pee its strong smell. But here's where my trusty baking soda steps in. It teams up with uric acid and latches onto ammonia. No ammonia means no nasty odor. Some high-tech litter deodorizers use enzymes to speed up the breakdown of urine, calling it urine hydrolysis. Enzymes are like speedy workers, but they don't last forever and become less effective over time. That's why I stick with good ol' baking soda. It's reliable, easy on the wallet, and I can grab it anywhere. Is it safe to toss some baking soda into your cat's litter? Well, in my experience, it's generally a yes, but there are a few important things I've learned along the way. Adding just a small amount of baking soda has been a game changer for controlling odors and keeping the litter box fresh. But, here's the catch: keeping a close eye on my cat is key when I decide to bring baking soda into the mix. I always start with a teensy amount and carefully watch how my cat reacts. I'm on the lookout for any signs of discomfort, like if their skin seems itchy or red. Also, I pay attention to their behavior. If they start hesitating to use the litter box, it's like a signal that something might not be right for them. If I ever notice any negative reactions or changes in my cat's usual behavior, I'm quick to hit the brakes on the baking soda. After all, every cat is unique, and it's my job to be super attentive and make adjustments based on what keeps my furry friend comfy and content. Sometimes, baking soda can bug my cat's breathing and make it a bit tough for them to catch a breath. Since it's this super fine powder, my cat could end up breathing it in while doing their business in the litter box. To play it safe, I stick to just a tiny bit of baking soda. But if I notice any signs of my cat struggling to breathe, I stop using it in their litter right away. Baking soda is like my natural go-to for keeping my cat's litter box smelling fresh and clean. Still, it's no excuse to slack off on cleaning duties. A messy litter box isn't great for my cat, and honestly, it's not enjoyable for me either. So, even with baking soda in the mix, I always make sure to scoop up the waste just like I normally do. Pros of adding baking soda to cat litter. Number 1, smell control. For me, baking soda is my go-to superhero when it comes to battling unpleasant smells. It's not just covering up the litter odor, it's going straight to the source. Baking soda steps in by neutralizing uric acid and latching onto ammonia, leaving my cat's litter with a fresh scent and no overpowering ammonia smell. No too easier cleaning. Let's face it, cleaning the litter box isn't the most enjoyable task. But with the help of baking soda, it turns into a much easier job. This versatile powder acts like a little helper, making scrubbing less of a hassle. And the bonus, it pulls double duty as an odor eliminator, making the whole cleaning process much more pleasant. Number 3, saves money. Who doesn't love a good deal? Adding baking soda to my regular cat litter is my wallet-friendly secret to keeping things smelling clean. It's a much more affordable option compared to those fancy scented litters, and the best part is, I usually already have a box of baking soda sitting in my kitchen. Number 4, works with all litter. Baking soda is the ultimate team player in the world of cat litter additives. It happily gets along with every type of litter, clumping, non-clumping, and even those pellet varieties. No need to switch up my favorite litter brand, just a sprinkle of baking soda gives it that extra boost. Number 5, fights fleas. Baking soda isn't just for freshening up my cat's litter box, it's also my secret weapon against pesky fleas. This humble ingredient does more than just make things smell nice, it actually messes with the flea life cycle by drying out their eggs and larvae. By disrupting their ability to reproduce, baking soda gives both me and my cat a much-needed break from those irritating fleas. It's not just about cleanliness, it's about tackling the problem at its root. Using baking soda in my litter routine not only makes cleaning easier but also saves me money. Plus, it works well with all types of litter and helps in the ongoing battle against fleas. It's like having a versatile sidekick that makes life with my cat a whole lot easier. Discover more about your cat's habits, like why it sleeps with its mouth open. Cons of adding baking soda to cat litter. It might make my cat avoid the litter box. You know how cats are, they rely on the smell of their litter box. If I go heavy on the baking soda, it wipes away that familiar scent, and my poor kitty might get a bit confused about where to do their business. To steer clear of any unexpected surprises around my home, I stick to just a sprinkle of baking soda. It could mess with my cleaning routine. For me, and probably for many cat parents out there, the scent of the litter is like a reminder to start cleaning. But if baking soda gets too good at masking the strong urine smell, I risk forgetting to scoop out those litter lumps. Neglecting this duty could lead to a not-so-pleasant buildup over time, not ideal for my cat's health and makes my cleaning routine a bit more of a challenge. It may cause breathing issues. Here's the scoop, baking soda is a powdery thing, and using too much can whip up some dust. Dust is a big no-no for both me and my kitty. Inhaling that dusty air might bring on respiratory problems like asthma and nasal irritation, and I'm all about ensuring both of us can breathe easy. So, while baking soda can be a helpful addition, I've learned to keep things in balance and not go overboard. After all, a happy cat and an easy breathing home are the goals here. How I use baking soda in my cat's litter. To make sure baking soda does its thing without any hiccups, I stick to these simple steps. Empty and clean the litter box. Starting fresh is key, so I empty out the old litter and dive into a good scrub with soapy water. I focus on those corners, give it a thorough rinse, and then disinfect it with a 10% bleach solution. Gotta make sure it's all dry before moving on. Sprinkle baking soda at the bottom. Next up, a sprinkle of baking soda at the bottom of the box. I cover the favorite spots my cat likes to visit, especially those corners. Keeping it light, a thin layer does the trick. Add my litter. I pour in about 3/4 of my usual litter amount. Clumping litter is my go-to, but I use whatever's on hand. Spread it over the baking soda layer for an even mix. Another light baking soda layer. A touch more baking soda with a light sprinkle. If the litter starts looking too white, I know I've added too much. This layer is like a shield against any surprise puddles. Final layer of litter. Finish it off with the remaining quarter of litter, spreading it around evenly. And there you have it, a layered setup for my cat to mix things up while digging. Daily clump scooping is a must, and a deep clean once a month keeps it all in check. With these personal steps, my kitty gets a comfy and fresh spot every time. If you're facing challenges like keeping your cat out of a specific room, check out our guide on how to keep a cat out of a room. Conclusion. Using baking soda in your cat's litter can be a helpful way to manage odors, but it's crucial to strike the right balance. A little goes a long way, a light sprinkle at the bottom and in between layers is sufficient. Regular cleaning and monitoring your cat's behavior are key to ensuring a safe and comfortable environment. If your cat shows any signs of discomfort or if you notice issues, it's best to discontinue the use of baking soda and consult with your veterinarian. Remember, a happy and healthy cat is the ultimate goal. Also, discover more about what type of collar is best for a cat for additional insights into pet safety.